I guess I'm a young man. I'm 33, so I'm a little older than some, but I'm a little younger than most, like in the racing community. And I feel like the heyday, in my personal opinion, for racing was like 70s, 80s. And that's kind of right where in the sweet spot of when you were racing. So speaking to like a younger crowd or for the younger people that might be listening, what do we have to get excited about? Is there something that we're overlooking?
There's plenty of opportunities out there.
Yeah.
Like I said, SCCA does a thing called Track Night in America once a month at PBIR, and it's all over the country. It's a nationwide thing. You can take your streetcar there, or you can rent a car and take one if you only don't take your streetcar. You get instruction. You get, I think it's an hour and a half of track time, and it's $125.
Well, that's not bad at all.
Yeah. So you can learn how to do that. And then another offshoot of that program is called time trials. So you learn how to race, you figure out what you're doing, and then you go for lap times on time trials. So there's something to shoot for. And then you can go into, if you have the wherewithal, to do regular road racing from there.
So it kind of like it gradually gets you to a point where you kind of have some training under your belt.
Exactly.
Experience. Is that the Track Night in America, is that part of autocross, or is that...
No, that's another thing. Autocross is what's called Solo 2. That's Solo 1. Autocross is generally done in a big parking lot with cones.
Okay.
And it's a nerd sport. It really is. Because you have to be on it right when you get out of the gate. You don't get 2 or 3 laps to figure it out and, I'm going to do this corner different next time. You got to be bang on right out of the gate.
You get a map of what the track looks like, and then you
you can walk it, though.
Okay.
You get there early, you walk the track, see where it's going, and it's different every time. They have different layouts.
So you can kind of see how you want to set one corner up into another.
Exactly.
And
it's all timed, and it's in one car at a time.
Would you feel like that's the way people should start?
It's a great way. It's a great way to enter it. And some people, that's what they do. I mean, there's people that are national champions, and all they do is autocross. They don't do anything else.
Really?
In Topeka's, the national championships, they get 1,200 entries.
I didn't know it was that big. I really didn't. Because in my mind, I'm somebody who hasn't tried to really race on that level. I sit here and I'm like, you know what? If you don't have money, you can't become a race car driver, in my mind.
Right.
Because like you look at like Formula One drivers, and a lot of the reason why they get the drive is because they have a financial backing.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, and I feel like endurance racing has it too, and IndyCar probably has it.
It does now.
Like that.
Well, there's Chump Car, and there's AER, and there's 24 Hours of Lemons too.
So do you think that there's easy? Do you think that it's not easy? It's never easy. But do you think that there is a possibility if somebody really wants to be a driver, a race car driver? Do you think that there's a possibility? What would be the path that they should take?
Well, you got to start when you're like 5 these days.
9.
Yeah, and then it starts in karts. Everybody starts in karts.
Is that big here, though?
Yeah, in Miami it is. At Homestead, there's a track that's pretty big.
They just had a race in the parking lot at the Isle Casino a couple weekends ago. Yeah, I was at work the other day, and a gentleman comes in, and he's from Canada. He runs a magazine in Canada.
Right.
For the life of me, I can't remember what it is. I wish I could give him a plug right now, but I can't remember. And he said that he flew down specifically to cover this go-karting event.
Right.
And they raced. He came back actually the next day to show me some photos, and they were like in the rain and stuff like that. And, but yeah, they did it in the parking lot of the Isle Casino.
Right. Well, Montoya, Castro Neves, Fittipaldi, and probably more that I don't know if all those guys live in Miami. Everybody's got a house in Miami.
Yeah.
And there's a track down there that they all go to. I know people have raced with all of them.
That's pretty cool.
And then their kids get into it. I just saw a thing where Emmo's kids just starting to race karts now.
Yeah, I did hear about that.